For most of my 20s, I thought I was living life to the fullest. I played college football, I went to a school to get a 7-year degree I no longer use, and I had a 5-year relationship that near the end felt like jail. And in between all that living, I traveled to Mexico twice and went to Canada once. All the while being so drunk I can't remember most of it anyways. Yeah, living. And I figured out something all right. Figured out that I was avoiding reality to such an extreme extent. But the moment I saw this clearly was the moment that shit really started changing. Currently, we are all stuck in one of these four phases and they shape our entire realities. Who we hang out with, our goals, and a lot of the times, our health. But by the end of this video, you're gonna know exactly what phase you are in and how to get out of it or move on to the next one, whatever you wanna do. Phase one, I like to call the shadow. If you're anything like me, you may have lived in the shadow of your parents. My destiny was set before I could even speak. I was gonna go to school, have amazing grades, and go back to my home country and find a wife so I could get married, have 8 kids, and live a nice, normal life. I also lived in the shadows of my friends, especially heading into middle school, high school. I wanted to be accepted so badly that whatever parties they were going to, I went to. Whatever drugs they were doing, I went to. Whatever shit we were stealing, I was a getaway driver. Never stole, just getaway driver. Or perhaps like me, you may have had a partner, girlfriend, or boyfriend that you lived in the shadow of. I wanted to please her so badly that I would have done or said anything to maintain the relationship and make sure that we stayed comfortable and nothing was ever wrong. Never truly expressing how I felt. Never truly expressing what I wanted, my desires, my needs. God, and the longer you and I stay here, the emptier it gets because we're carving out all of these different areas of our life, using up so much time and effort, building a future that is not even ours. Funny enough, I guess we could have called this also the mirror stage because we are just reflecting everything that's in our environment back towards whatever's giving it to us. We are doing what we are expected to do, and we are choosing validation. We're thinking, if I do this, if I get this, finally receive the respect I deserve. But deep down, we don't respect ourselves because we're too afraid to speak up, speak back, and show who we really are, just being molded and formed by all of the societal norms. So what do? You grab a fucking hammer, you smash the mirror, that perfect little mirror that you think will make everybody happy, destroy it, start thinking, what would I do if nobody gave a shit what I did? Because guess what? Nobody gives a shit what you do. Yeah, your parents, the people around you, they're projecting what they think you should do, but realistically, you decide to start doing what you want to do, see what happens. Just start doing it, see how many people get pissed. If your family and shit's worrying about you and telling you you're doing the wrong thing, you're probably doing the right thing. No, I'm not saying go out there and start doing a bunch of drugs and partying. I'm talking about your goals, man. Your goal. Drop out of college, go chase that job that you've always wanted, go chase that passion. Now, I won't say quit your job because you want to keep making money until the passion can take over. Don't make the same mistake I did. I quit my job and then started doing something completely different. Yeah, I'm okay, but in hindsight, not the best move. If you have broken out of this phase, good. But a lot of us guys get stuck in the next phase without even realizing it. Phase two is where we all become drifters. I'm about to finish the 7-year degree. I'm 5 years into this relationship I don't want to be in. So in my head, I finally snap. Fuck all this. I don't care about the degree. I don't care about the relationship. I want to do what I want to do. I ended up breaking up with my girlfriend. It's actually a fucked up story. I ended up breaking up with my girlfriend on my birthday in New Orleans for my birthday trip. Not a wise move. Wait till you get home. She almost left my ass in New Orleans. I stopped using my degree, going to a completely different field than my entire family ever expected. Ended up not using my cybersecurity masters at all and jumped into the field of sales, which my entire Arab family despised because slimy salesman, right? But hey, I'm rejecting what everybody else wants. I'm doing what I want to do. And I gotta say, this freedom feels amazing for a while. But realistically, I had no direction. But all this freedom that I got without the slightest direction of where I'm going is what leads to the drift. And after long enough, that drift felt empty as hell, dude. The reason is this entire time, I'm not building anything. I'm just searching and searching. New books, new girls, new relationships, new jobs, sprinkle in a little drugs and alcohol over all that. And what I think is progress is just straight up avoidance. Because I have no direction, because I have no idea what I want to do, I am absolutely terrified to commit to anything because I'm afraid I'm going to be wrong and I'm going to waste my time. And all the effort I'm putting in is going to be for nothing. And let me tell you something, guys. This is one of the most vicious circles that a human being can ever be in. I'm too scared to commit to anything, so I don't want to waste my time. So I waste my time not committing to anything. Fucked. Honestly, the only way I got past phase was willing to admit that I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do, and that I didn't have a dream job, and I didn't have this perfect reality that I was chasing after. I just found some stuff that I liked, some stuff that I enjoyed, and I started going into it. That's how I got into sales. Sales led to communication. Communication led to public speaking. And now we're here. You just pick something and you keep going at it and improving on that one thing. Don't be afraid to commit to something because you're afraid you're going to waste your time, because that is the ultimate waste of time. But once we commit, that is when that next sneaky ass little trap shows up, man. And it breaks more of us than any other phase. Phase 3 is one I got caught up in and almost lost everything I had. And that is grind phase. Honestly, at times I find myself teetering in and out of this one still. I've picked what I love doing, but I spend so much time locked in to trying to figure out how to get better, how to progress it, and how to apply it, that I forget there is still an entire life for me to live. My family, my friends, travel, seeing what life has to offer to me. The reason it's so dangerous is because it's probably one of the most addicting things you can actually ever feel. You feel so lost. But once you find something to start building, you feel the hustle, you feel the discipline, focus, and you finally feel that sense of power. Because in that drifter phase, we feel so powerless after a while. And man, that power feels real good until it doesn't. Because somewhere along the line, the mission takes over the man. We hear about this bullshit all the time. Hustle culture, 20-hour work days, monk mode, go dark. Yeah, isolate some more. That'll help your crippling depression. In this grind phase, we feel that we're achieving a lot, but it's never truly enough. Because what are we trying to achieve? Money, power, and respect. All things that ultimately lead to us feeling absolutely empty. And the reason is our identity, our self-worth, and our value are not all tied to our performance. And when you're grinding it the fuck out like that, your performance is inevitably gonna crash. And guess what comes toppling down with that? So it's important that we're able to look into that mirror and imagine that we don't have any money, no power, no respect from any outward sources, and still love what we're looking at. Like, honestly, this didn't happen for me until I chose my own conception of God. Not saying you got to do this, but after 17 years of drowning all my fears in drugs and alcohol, that's what worked for me. Just choose your own. Because at that point, I gave up chasing more just for the sake of having more. And I gave up external things as a sort of value to who I was as a person. Because if all that shit disappears, you have to ask yourself,
who are you? And what do you want?
because once you can answer that, then and only then can you be alone at perfect peace, content with who you are, where you're going, and what you want. This last phase most men never actually get to, but if you can, it will change your perspective in a way that you never imagined. Phase 4 is when men get the privilege of becoming teachers. What do most people fear? Dying. But what do most men try to do? Live forever. No, we're not gonna live forever, and all the money, the cars, clothes will disappear with us too. The impact that we make on this earth is what could last forever. People like Abraham Lincoln, Thomas Edison, the Wright brothers, still talked about to this day. And people like Elon Musk, you can say what you want about him, probably fucking hate the guy, he's going to be talked about forever. Steve Jobs. These guys have made on this earth in serving people, making sure the world is left a better place than when they got here, is what will keep their names alive through history. And the sole point of being a teacher, a leader, a mentor is to give back out into the world, not take from the world. Try clinging on to that spotlight too long, you're gonna die a bitter man. Give the spotlight to everybody else. Give the glory to everybody else. That is what real leaders do. Once we as people are able to embrace the role of being a teacher, a guide, That is how the greats of history have built something that have outlasted them for hundreds and even thousands of years. Because they cared so deeply about making this world a better place. And all it takes is a simple mind shift. The day I stopped asking, what can I achieve? And started asking, what can I help others achieve? Was when I shifted into the beginning roles of being a teacher. And I know as I go on and I continue to make this sort of content, to help you guys make a better life. I will leave behind something greater than I could have ever achieved alone, but I will also be building myself into the man that I want to be and become a greater man than I could have ever become alone. So, where are you? And which phase are you stuck in? And the bigger question, what are you going to do about it? If you still feel a little confused on why you're stuck in life and need a great example on how to get off your ass and just start doing what you said you're going to do, watch this video here. Thank you guys.